Hi there, I'm Andre from Peak Motorcycles. I'm here at EICMA 2024 and I'm here at the Honda stand. There's a slight sag in my voice there. Honda is the biggest motorcycle manufacturer in the world, I think, and they certainly have the biggest stand at EICMA, so just trying to get around everything is a mission. I will do what I can, but it also means that in trying to cover everything, I can't cover things in a lot of detail, so I have had a few special requests. So one is to look at any change to the NC750. 3 people have asked me about that. There's a few changes at last to the 300L and 300 Rally, so I'll talk about that. And then someone asked me about the 50th anniversary Goldwing, which I'll probably do as a separate video because it's a bit niche. I think there's probably a lot of details on there that maybe not everyone is interested in. So with that, here we go. This is Honda at EICMA 2024. This is the new Honda CRF 300 Rally for 2025. If it looks like the old one, well, it kind of does, but we have a new paint job for once. So we have this sort of matte black finish on the lower plastics. We have a blue seat and yeah, some blue details here and there. I quite like the look of that. Now, the changes for this year is it will have to be Euro 5 Plus compliant, which I'm sure it now is. They've got the new paint job, and if you're in a country where you didn't get the LED indicators before, now you do. If you're in the UK, we always had those. So essentially the difference between the old one and the new one is the colour scheme and the Euro 5 compliance. The CRF 300L gets a slight change with a hint of blue. Gets a bash plate down there at the bottom as standard, and for those of you in the markets that never had it before, I know in Thailand they got an LED headlamp. It now comes as stock. It now comes as stock in every market. And we continue. Here we have some of the Honda adventure scooters. I think that's the 350, and here is the same bike in the black. We have the NX500, which I know has become pretty much a sort of standard go-to first adventure bike for a lot of people. It now has that updated TFT dash, if you've never seen that before. Looking down the line, also available in white and black. So here we have the CL500, one in like a sand colour, and then another in quite a nice yellow with that LED headlamp. For those of you who are interested in the NC750X, I can pause here for a bit longer. Here we have the 2025 model. This one has got the dual clutch transmission on it, which means that if I come around the other side, you'll see that it is missing a gear shift and a clutch. Yeah, I'm still not quite used to seeing that on bikes, but it does seem to be all the rage at the moment. I'll give you a look down over the bike. If you've got one of these, you're probably a lot more familiar with this than I am. But yeah, I'm still getting used to seeing what these controls are like without a clutch lever and how exactly you'd manage that. That is quite a tidy bike actually. I think 750cc is quite a nice capacity for a tourer. Here we have the Honda Transalp in the white with the full set of luggage. Also have it in quite a nice grey and yellow. I don't think I've seen one of those out on the road yet. And here we have the Africa Twin in the red, white and blue, and also the black. It is also available in red. In the Honda Super Sports we have the 650R available in the matte black, which looks quite nice, and also the more classic Honda Racing Red. Here we have the Fireblade. It's always stunning, absolutely love these. This one's got the electronic suspension on it, and yeah, that really does look the business. We also have a Fireblade here in black with the Akrapovic, let's call the whole thing off, exhaust on it, coming up looking in there. And here we have the Africa Twin with the DCT transmission. So this is this dual clutch transmission, essentially they're auto. So yeah, an Africa Twin with no gear lever and no clutch lever. But you know what? I'm sure that's what some people would like. Automatic cars do ever so well. Me personally, I'd have to try one to really get a feel for it, but I quite like having my gears and being able to select them when I need them. Now here we're back in the Super Sports for a while. This is the Honda CB500R in red and also available in black. We now have a long line of Honda sports bikes. Dean Harrison's Isle of Man TT bike. I'm not going to go through all of these, but hopefully you can read what's down below. Johan Zarco's Honda MotoGP bike. And if you'd like your own MotoGP bike, I think this is about as close as you can get. This is the Honda RC213V done here in the Repsol trim. And yeah, that just looks the business. I don't think I've actually seen one in real life before. But yeah, that is pretty cool. And suddenly I'm out here with the Honda electric scooters. Don't know a great deal about them. I'll be honest, scooters aren't really my thing. Maybe electric scooters even less so, but that's the EM1E. Here we have a very tripped out DAX. I mean, that's got pretty much everything on it. Loving the carpet seat. We also have a Super Cub in there, the MSX 125 Grom, another monkey bike over there, and then a DAX without all the luggage. We have the CRF 450R You know, they're competition bikes, they're not really for the road, even they do look pretty cool. We then have a number of Vision scooters. Again, I won't really dwell on them just because it's a big stand. The Forza scooters as well, which are huge. Yeah, I mean, that's a 350, but if you're after a maxi scooter, I'm sure that'll be on your list as one to try. Here we have the PCX 125, and I'm coming back into the main bit again. This might be something a little more interesting. This is a GB 350S. I quite like the look of that. I like the classic lines. I like it's just the fact it's just a big single. I think I mentioned it in one of the other videos. I think the 350 is quite a nice capacity. You know, more than comfortable enough for the occasional motorway run, but not silly for anything else. So yeah, that looks pretty cool. And this is the Honda CB750 Hornet. Also available in other colours. You can have it in black or red, or even that rather nice metallic blue up there. We also have the Honda CB650, which is kind of cool, available in red, candy apple red, also with that bronze engine and the green fuel tank. And down here we have what looks like a Rebel 1100 bagger. These bikes always look quite small, but I'm always quite impressed that they are an 1100 within there. Also available in a rather nice looking sort of metallic burnt orange. This one is also a DCT, so no clutch lever, no brake lever. It seems like they're putting it on all the bikes these days. Here we have the CMX 500 Rebel Plus, the CB125R, available in both in blue and in red. Here we have the Honda NT 1100, big as ever. I do quite like it in that blue finish. And just coming up, they still have that left side button thing, which looks like it should be on a TV remote. But you know, as a big sort of Uber tourer, I think these do very well indeed. Not really my sort of thing, but then again, there is a horse for every cowboy. Now, I was asked if I could pay some special attention to the 50th anniversary Goldwing. Now, unfortunately, it's not on display. We just have the standard Goldwings with a DCT transmission here. So I'll just give you a very quick look. I mean, they're enormous. So there's big flat six. They've been around for 50 years in various guises, here in the green and in the silver. Sorry, that's the bagger version and the one with the built-in luggage. I mean, they are very much a very, very fast, what a jetliner, armchair, you choose. Incredible bikes. The people I know that have them absolutely love them. Unfortunately, though, we don't seem to have anything special for the 50th anniversary this year. So all I can show you is just the standard bikes. And because the main stand just isn't big enough, they have this separate thing for Red Moto for all the competition bikes. Everything from the little CRF 50EP, kids bikes, the 110, the 150. I won't talk you through all of them, but we have the full range of supermotos on display, including that competition bike over there. We also have all of the enduro and motocross bikes. We have here the CRF 250R and 450R. Here we have the CRF 250RX, the 250RX Enduro Special with lots of bling bits on it. We then have the 450RX Enduro Special. And now we're nearly at the end. And here we have the CRF 300RX Enduro. Coming around the far side, we're into the rally bikes. We have the CRF 400RX, and then here we have the always brilliant Honda CRF 450 Rally RX. I think these are just amazing. You know, you do see them in the Dakar. Yeah, it's a work of art. I'm sure every piece on that bike has been put together to cope with something like the Dakar. This one's got the rally tower fitted and lots of other rally specific extras. Last bit, we've got the Montesas. So these are the trials bikes. We've got the Kota 4RT 260. We've got the Kota 301 RR race replica. We also have the Kota 301. And then I think these are the last two, and then I'm done. So we have the Montesa 4Ride, which I actually quite like as kind of a sort of halfway house between a trials bike and a trail bike. And the last but by no means least is this 4Ride in the black and the red.